Oh, by the way, do you know how to go into first person?
Press L and zoom in using your mouse wheel.
Oh, cool. Well,
It's pretty pointless.
yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go on 20.
Alright. This is it, guys. Match starting.
20 seconds.
Welcome back to another edition of the YotoCast. I am your host, DocLettuce, bringing you the semifinals matchup of the ESL tournament between IDK and Mono-Esports, formerly known as Deadstop. I am joined here by Shaz doing the camera work for the live streaming portion of this. For those of you watching the local recording, you will be stuck with my camera work. So shame on you for not watching it live. As this map does get underway, this will be a best of 3 series. Loser chooses the next map. It's first to 7 caps with the European rules. So as we get going, I am going to give you guys a roster rundown. On the Blood Eagle team, we do have Mono-Esports with Mabel, Fire, Z-Protoss, Frost, Fire, Bojinglebells, Blitz, and Remix. And on Diamond Sword, we have IDK with Tool, Impaler, Shad, Crystalite, Top Secret, Holmes, and Pio. These two teams are, or were at least, the top teams in their respective scenes, so I'm expecting an absolutely great matchup as Holmes is getting us underway here with a very quick grab, but he is down to 235 health already, and he does get sniped down there by Remix very quickly. Fire with the quick return. And so a good reactionary defense there, but Top Secret getting there with the continuation grab is going about 310, being sniped down very quickly, punts it off towards the midfield. His flag is down, picked up by Frost, so both flags are out in the field. Holmes comes in for the nice grab right out from the midfield. He's got pretty good health. He does have 2 chasers on him with Mabel and Fire. Some chain gun fires coming in, but Tool's coming in to support him, as is Crystalite. Pio's coming in a bit now, too. Holmes going down rapidly to this chain gun fire, though. He does drop to Mabel eventually. Flag bouncing in the field. Z-Protoss might be able to come in here and get the return, and he's being sniped. Bounced away very nicely by Tool, preventing that return, and Tool does pick it up. In the meantime, the other flag is just sitting there in the back of the base, and Frost is just going to quickly pick that up, so we're going to go back here to Crystalite, who does get mid-air nitroned, and the flag gets returned. What an amazingly lucky but awesome play. Hopefully we'll get to see a bit more of that. In the meantime, though, Frost switching right back to him. 244 health, some sniper fire coming in there, I assume from Shad. Holmes is coming in to do a bit more chasing as well. 244 health. He does get sniped down by Shad. A great snipe there, right in between the mountains. That was really the only option he had. Holmes is going to be able to probably get this easy return. Blitz coming in at the last second, but does not put the flag. So some good quick action play from both teams. The defenses and the chasing are certainly playing their role. Cappers are struggling to get home here. We've seen a lot of midfield play, which is pretty excellent. Now that the rock roots are gone, it's a lot harder for the Cappers to get away cleanly. But I'm going to take a look at the defensive setups here quickly. We do have Remix doing the sniping for the Mono-Esports team. Frost seems to be just sitting on a spawn pad right now. I assume he does a little bit of the chasing. They don't have anyone on the flag at the moment, but Mabel is heading towards that direction now. So they are running with a 3 defensive setup. No Fire here is taking the place of Frost, who's going on the offense. So they are still running the 3 defensive setup. which seems to be commonplace as Top Secret grabs the flag, gets quickly mowed down, so not really anything worth mentioning. So nothing special on the defense here. They are running with the Pathfinder, Soldier, and Sniper setup. Blitz here, though, getting out down to 30 health. A great snipe there from Shad. He's not letting them get anywhere. Team's offenses with 4 on both sides really need to pick it up a bit here and get this distracting going. The snipers are proving to be the key problems right now. Shad and Remix are not really missing their snipes all that often, and unless they do something with them, either take them out with an infiltrator or just spam them, then they are not going to get very far. So looking at the other side, we do have Shad obviously doing the sniper. We have Impaler actually running with an HOF, so that's good to see. Someone actually using one of those. The mines are going to be a bit of a problem. It's going to be very important for the clearing to happen on that as Frost gets taken out quickly. Holmes doing a quick grab, not really sure why, but it does get returned anyway in the field, so no big deal. Top Secret's there with the continuation grab again. It seems to be his one roll. He's actually getting out, surprisingly enough. Remix was out in the midfield, so that's going to be a problem. There's no sniper support. All of his chasers are being rapidly taken down. Bo Jingle Bells is really the only one here left, and he's still got 341 health, and does get the first cap, so great job there by Top Secret. His main goal seems to be just literally sitting cloaked in the base and grabbing it with the infiltrator once it gets returned. In that case, it worked out very well. Remix, for some reason, was in the field. Couldn't exactly see why. And that allowed them to take him out, and no sniper support, so easy cap there for Top Secret. There was some great midfield play coming out there from the IDK team, taking down 2 of the chasers, and they probably would have taken down Bo Jingle Bells as well, but they got the cap instead, so they just let him kill himself. So good play there from IDK, making it a nice 1-0. 21 minutes left to go, basically, as Holmes gets taken out there by Remix. I don't see much offensive clearing going on here. I only saw 1 IFF in the Mono-Esports base, and I couldn't, unfortunately, see who it was. So yes, going back to the defense here on the other side as Frost makes a grab but quickly dies. The HOF is a very interesting change in strategy here. We haven't seen the HOF all that much in any of my recent casts, so I love to see him out. I wonder how well it's going to work. We do see Bo Jingle Bells here in the Infiltrator. That's going to be a problem for the HOF and the Sniper. I mean, he can easily take out the Sniper if he doesn't get spotted. And his sticky grenades are going to be a big problem for the Hoff, because he can't really jump away and still shoot at the flag because he's in the Doombringer. So he's sort of useless if those stickies go out and he's got to move. So I'm going to be very interested to see how Bo Jingle Bells does play this, whether he's going to be focused mostly on the Sniper or mostly on the Hoff. But lost in all that, I forgot to mention they are running the 3 defensive setup. Shame on me for that. Shad obviously doing the sniping. PO is in that Pathfinder. We saw them use this to fairly great effect. They had some really nice nitrons going off here as Frost is coming in but gets taken out there nicely by Impaler. Blitz is coming in behind him to try and get a grab off, but he is in the Infiltrator actually, so they're going for an Infiltrator cap, but he does get noticed. And he goes down quickly. Holmes in the meantime, though, getting out with a back to front. He's down to 149. Chucks it off. Bo Jingle Bells almost had the mid-air return, but no dice. Top Secret barely misses it. Its flag is just being bounced here in the field. Bo Jingle Bells trying to get the return. No, Top Secret goes down. Fire goes down. And Mabel's finally the last one left standing to get the return. So it was interesting that Holmes got that far, but once again, the Sniper is the one being the problem. Their cap obviously resulted of the only time Remix was killed. He's got that 10-second respawn timer, and that is going to be key. Holmes getting out with another grab, though. He's really not letting up. He's just going for really quick, fast routes, getting the flag off the stand. Remix is starting to snipe him down, but he is still at 444 health. That is enough to get home, probably, as the snipes are coming in, but they're still missing. He's just not hitting them this time. Mabel's coming in to do some chasing now. He does chuck it off, though, to PO, so PO's got full health. It's going to be a lot harder. He does boost himself with his, God, I can't remember the name of that. Bolt launcher. That's the one. And he ended up getting the cap, so very interesting there that IDK's getting away with these. I really like their midfield plays. Top Secret's doing a continuation, and he's punting it off to the midfield, but I think Fire and Mabel are probably going to be able to secure this. Tool just barely misses the mid-air pickup as Holmes comes flying in from nowhere, but he gets sniped down quickly by Remix. And this is likely going to be returned here by Bo Jingle Bells, who is in the Infiltrator, just sort of teasing Tool and Crystalite there, who didn't realize he was there. They are going to kill him, but that's just a little bit of a rage kill, as they wasted quite a bit of time going for that flag. So good play here by IDK in the midfield. They're really working on just taking out those chasers rather than necessarily focusing on anything else. They say, okay, we can't do all that much about the Sniper for whatever reason. Maybe it's just not their choice of strategy. Although Crystalite there does manage to take down Remix, so the flag stand is going to be clear for a good 10 seconds. But Mabel seems to be dead a lot, which is also very important. He's a very great chaser. As you can see now, as Crystalite's picking it up, down to 60 health. Snipe's coming in, but he does get... Yeah, there we go. Mabel takes him down with the chain gun. So they really are working on just killing the chasing rather than having their capper run a crazy route to get home, and I really like that strategy. I think it shows their play a lot better that way than it would any other sort of single-handed way. Holmes actually switching it up, going for some Raider capping now. 860 health, he really clearly does not like that sniper. That's using a whiteout to try and boost himself along. I love these strategies. Down to 120 health though, some good fire coming in down. Chain gun fire coming in there from Mabel, more snipes coming in. He does get eventually mowed down by Blitz, but he did check it off in the meantime. Flag's bouncing, Blitz just barely misses the midair grab. Z-Protoss chucking a grenade, kills everyone. Mabel's coming in there trying to get the return, and will, as there was no one left there from the IDK team for that flag. Shame there for the IDK team. They did get it all the way back to their base, but just some good random nade, well not random, but some good nade checking there from Z-Protoss. Cleared it out pretty easily for his team, and they just sent 4 people or 3 people, more than enough to get the flag back once everyone was dead. Crystalite bringing us our first strike of the game. This is going to be very interesting. I remember them using that very, very well last game. He was absolutely dominating on this game, and it's going to be interesting to see whether he has the same effect against Mono-Esports as he did against Heartbreakers. Heartbreakers, of course, in the end did manage to miraculously win, but, you know, that was no fault to Crystalite. He did a very amazing job, so I'm going to be very interested in watching this as Blitz and Holmes making dual grabs, making my life tough. So I'm going to go ahead and watch Holmes. He's down to 255 health, some chain gun fire coming in, sniper fire is no longer coming in. Top Secret did manage to take out Remix, so he's going to get a little bit further home. In the meantime, though, Blitz has just dropped the flag, and PO is going to be able to get the return, so going back to Holmes, he gets taken out by Fire, who does not manage to pick the flag up, and Crystalite comes in, boosts the flag, mows him down, and then takes down Frost. Crystalite there, MVP of that one. Tool's going to be able to pick this up. Bojingle Bell's really the only one in between him and a cap, and he manages to avoid him. This is probably going to be it. There we go, 3-0 cap there for ID Craig. Great play by Crystalite. He immediately vindicates all my praise for him, and Top Secret with the continuation grab that he has been doing all game, even hits Frost, disrupting him quite a bit. Crystalite coming in there, mows down Frost, he punts it off unnecessarily, but it is going to be picked up here probably by Holmes, who gets Nitron really quickly. Fire gets taken out as well after coming in trying to chase. PO has to pick it up again, but he tosses it off to Tool. They got to take down Mabel. Mabel's coming in now, the Shrike is going out and takes him down. Great play there by Crystalite, and it is picked up here by Holmes, who tosses it off to Impaler. Very flag pass happy IDK team here, but it's certainly working out for them as they do take this 4-0 lead. But right now this is the Crystal Light show. I mean, that Shrike is taking out the chasers, taking out anyone who's even getting close to returning the flag, popping the flag, mowing them down. I don't even know, but they really need to take care of him because this is going to be a very strong piece of the board here for the IDK team, and if Mono-Esports just lets them keep roaming like they are now... Oh, never mind, he's going to do it himself. And he actually runs right into the base, so... Well, you know, that's what happens eventually. Holmes is going to be able to pick it up, but unfortunately no Shrike support this time. Crystalite, though, is going to be able to... well, thought it was going to be a bit more interesting than that, but he did have no health and got taken out very quickly. Fire is probably going to be able to get the return. There we go. So, Mono-Esports actually losing their sniper and taking out their own Shrike here in Remix. Looking at the scoreboard real quick, they do not have someone else doing backup sniping, so we're going to go ahead and watch Remix as he's chasing down Holmes here, see if they're striking. Oh, yes, it clearly is. Holmes is almost dead already, but no sniper, so he is going to be able to go very high in the air like he's doing now, and he's already being escorted now by Crystalite. He tosses it off in a nice pass there. They're just going to focus on avoiding the strike here, but Fire's coming in with a Nitron. Nitron barely misses. They got to be careful, though. Fire is taken out, but indeed the Shrike is going to be the problem. Mows him over. Flag is in the field. PO is getting bounced around. He's going to go down. Frost is no! Frost gets taken out by PO right before PO goes down, and it's Holmes against Z-Protoss and a Shrike, and the Shrike wins. That's a shame there from IDK. They got the flag very far back to their base, but they could not give up on the defense, which was the smart move. And they got, unfortunately for them, Mono-Esports managed to get the return. We saw a quick continuation grab there again by Top Secret, doing an amazing job on that. But he wasn't really going anywhere. Holmes is electing for these front to back routes, which is very interesting with the Shrike out. If the Shrike was down, I could see why, but, you know, that Shrike is just going to be such a problem. In the meantime, Blitz also making a grab. We're going to go ahead and swatch that because Holmes has just died, or chucked the flag off, rather. Never mind, the flag gets returned there. Holmes has almost made a mid-air grab on his own flag toss. Top Secret's going to come in here and try and get it, but Mabel's just baiting him. He says go for it, and indeed he does, but Mabel misses the shot. So Top Secret's getting away here. 257 even punts it off now. Frost is not going to be able to get that mid-air return. It's going to bounce a bit more towards PO and Holmes. Holmes comes flying in there and makes the grab. Frost and Z-Protoss and Fire are all on him. He's going nowhere. Nitron does manage to take the flag down into the field. It's going to be bounced over both Frost and Fire. Tool coming in, but no. Unfortunately for them, that is the return. In the meantime, Blitz getting away with his own grab, trying to get Mono-Esports on the board, but no, the flag is dropped here as he does get taken down, I believe, by Shad. I didn't see anyone else with him, and PO's going to be able to get this return. So still 4-0 in favor of the IDK team here. Just under 12 and a half minutes left to go. Fairly intense matchup, but unfortunately right now it's sort of dominated by the Strikers here. If both Strikers, I sort of preferred it when the Strikes weren't around because they're just so good at this game that it's unbelievably unfair. They go after a run over and they get it. They've knocked the flag up and they get it. And here we go. Crystalite bringing his back out again. Hopefully this time, if he crashes it, it won't be into the base. Frost there does get taken out nicely by Impaler. They really need to do something about that Hoff if they're planning on getting the flag anywhere. Top Secret making a grab, but not really going anywhere. Holmes picks it up, which is a mistake. He took it away from Tool, who had full health, and he got taken down, and the flag was returned. So a little bit of communication mix-up there for the IDK team. Tool probably wouldn't have gotten all that far, but he would have at least had a decent chance to punt it. Holmes, unfortunately, just had no health and was taken out very, very quickly. So, yeah, these strikes, unfortunately, that's what the conversation is all going to be about right now, as Crystalite's actually swapped out again from the Shrike, so we are only going to have a Shrike up here for the Mono-Esports team. But the Shrike has really been used as a great defensive tool right now. It hasn't been used so much on the offense, and that's honestly a bit of a problem here for the Mono-Esports team. They are four caps down. They need to actually get their offense going. It's not their defense, it's the problem, as Tool does get mowed down again by Remix in that Shrike. Fire's just bouncing it around. Crystalite might be try for a pickup here, but nah, it does get returned there by Mabel. Jinglebell's doing the nice continuation grab, so they're starting it. He is in the Raider, 432 health, but gets taken down there by Tool. He really had no chance of going anywhere. The Mono-Esports team is just, their offense is just not functioning all that well right now. Oh, in the meantime, though, we did have a grab and a punt here into the field. Pio is going to be able to pick it up. 66 health. He's really going nowhere. Shrike misses the run over, but Z-Protoss does eventually get the chain gun down. Tool with the continuation pick up in the field. Shrike coming in after him. No, he jumps away from it very nicely, and the Shrike does go down. He tries to toss it off, but there are so many people here. Holmes gets taken down, and everyone converges, but Pio comes out of nowhere. Picks it up. The flag is still in the field. Remix not going to be able to get it as Crystalite bounces the flag, but Z-Protoss eventually, with a sliver of health, comes in and gets the return. Some great play there. Good flag bouncing. We love the randomness of the flag bounce. It was absolutely amazing. Went through right through two of the players there for the Mono-Esports team, buying IDK just a little bit more time, but unfortunately not quite enough. So going back to what I was mentioning before, if Mono-Esports pulls out another Shrike, they really need to start using it defensively because, you know, their defense, while it has been a problem, they haven't given up a cap in quite a while, so they just need to focus on getting at least on the board for now. Because, you know, 10 minutes left, and they got to make up at least 4 caps to put it into overtime, if not 5, to win this game. So, I don't know, it's really not looking good for them at this point, as they have pulled out yet another Shrike, so let's see what they're going to be doing with it. Holmes is, at the moment, their target of the Shrike. He is just about to grab the flag. He's going to grab the flag. He's got full health, pretty much. 813, the Shrike did just miss all of its rockets, which have actually just been nerfed. He's going to go for the run over, but he's not really hitting the run over right now. There we go, finally does get it, but the flag is all the way back at the IDK base. Fire misses it, tries to bounce it, but gets taken down there by Pio. The Shrike is trying to take down Pio, not going to be able to do so. Pio does nicely avoid it. Missiles coming in after the Shrike now, so he's got to be careful. Pio is down to 50 health. He gets taken down by Remix. Mabel is going to be able to get the return as the flag lands on him. That was honestly a little bit of sloppy play there from the IDK team, but Top Secret's not going to let me finish my train of thought. He's going away with the continuation grab. The Shrike does get taken out, and he punts it. It's going to bounce right over Frost, who is trying to do a nice grab. Top Secret's going to pick up his own flag, making it really questionable why he had to punt it in the first place. Blitz, though, getting out completely cleanly. There was no defense on the IDK stand, and so we're not even going to bother watching him. Pio is coming in, does get a shot off on him, but we are going to swap back to Holmes, who's probably in a more interesting position here. Jinglebells is really the only chaser, so... Okay, well, we are going to have our first standoff of the game, and that's going to be interesting. Impaler actually hanging on to it in the Doombringer. Obviously gives him a lot of health, but he's not really going to be able to do much with it. We see Jinglebells in the back of the base there. They are going to set up on the top of the base, which is turning out to be the standard place. People used to go back onto those mountains over there, but no longer. So that's, and we can see that the Mono-Esports team is actually staying on the mountain, so they're sticking with the old core version. Frost is going to be the one with the flag for them. Remix is going to be doing some sniping Mabel, so they are just staying basically with, they're just moving their defense back onto this mountain rather than instead of on the flag. On the other side, though, we see Impaler hanging onto it for now. He is being guarded by Pio, and at the moment Shad as well. It'll be interesting to see whether Impaler stays. No, he is swapping out now, so they're not going with the same strategy as the defense, which makes a lot of sense because you don't really need a Doombringer in this position, and the Soldier is going to be a lot more useful. I saw a little bit of skirmishing going on there on the Mono-Esports side, but it didn't seem to be anything significant, so we are going to stay here with the IDK team. As Z-Protoss is coming in with a nice grenade, this could be a problem here. Pio is having to jump away, and he's being vastly chain gunned down ridiculously quick. Z-Protoss eventually does take him down. The flag bounces in the field. Z-Protoss gets taken down, though, and Tool's able to pick it back up. Bo Jingle Bell's trying to do something, but no, he's a bit too focused on everyone else because he's just being overwhelmed at this point, and so the flag will remain safe. They're going to check it off to Pio and reset. On the Mono-Esports team, they are switching over to the other hill now. It's just Top Secret and Crystal Light left. I believe Holmes was also there trying to make an attempt at it, but no dice. Top Secret's being sniped down there heavily by Remix. So they yeah, Crystal Light here has switched to an Infiltrator. I was just about to suggest that might be what they need to do. This will be interesting to see. They should know he's here, but it doesn't seem like they do. It really doesn't feel like it. We are going to go ahead and stick with this and see if he manages to get this off with the Sonic Punch. This could be everything. Oh, no, they do spot him or hear him or something, and that's very unfortunate. That would have been great. In the meantime, Pio did get Nitroned, I believe, and Impaler is the one to pick it up. Either that or he was just tossing it off, one of the two. Doesn't really matter. No one was really there for the return. Z-Protoss is coming in now. Bo Jingle Bells is going to be coming in from the bottom. Grenades are already going off a little bit too early, though. Not really doing any damage on Impaler. Bo Jingle Bells is right behind you, Impaler. You need to turn around, sir. There we go. He does notice him. He didn't take any damage in all that time, though. Fire's coming in as well in the Raider. But Impaler's doing just fine. 819 health. He's, nothing's happening there. So we're going to go ahead and swap to the other side. As Frost here, swap just in time. He does have to punt the flag off, trying to buy his team a little bit of time. Holmes and Crystal Light and Top Secret all going for it. Mabel picks it up, but he just does go down. Crystal Light manages to get the return. Blitz, though, not letting this cap happen. He does pick it up for the E-grab, and he's full health, but really not going anywhere. Pio, in the meantime, did pick up the toss flag from Impaler, who was very low. Blitz is starting to get away here. There wasn't really anyone ready to chase him. Impaler's starting to try now, but it's really not going to happen. Frost and Fire are going in, so they have to back off the chasing and go back to their standoff positions. Blitz is probably going to be able to make this home. There are a couple of IDK people waiting for him, both Crystal Light and Top Secret, and he smartly waits to get some backup here. Mabel is coming with him now. I actually see a Fractal Grenade. We have a Brood out somewhere. Gotta go find this person. Yep, no we don't. I thought we did. We don't. It was just some green flashy stuff. Alright, so Top Secret actually coming in here and taking down Blitz in the meantime and gets the return. I did not. Well, I saw that, but I wasn't paying attention at all. Bo Jingle Bell's getting out there with the E-grab, but he's going down very, very low. He does get sniped down. Fire's the only one here who could pick it up, but no, it's... There we go. A nice return there by Impaler and the cap by Pio, making this a pretty much unassailable 5-0 lead here for the IDK team. Holmes even getting out of here in a... Well, okay, it's in a Pathfinder, but it looked like a nice fat heavy on my screen. Love that bug. Flag is down in the middle of the field. Tool's going to be able to get the pickup. Fire, Z-Protoss, and Bo Jingle Bells all trying to do something. A nice Nitron there from Fire. Does bounce the flag, but it is still at the IDK base. But Mabel gets taken out right before he gets the return. Z-Protoss chucking a grenade in the general direction, but he's going to get taken down very soon here, too. He's trying to get the return before he dies. Does not manage to. It's just a big, massive ball of death right around this flag. Blitz coming in here to try and make the continuation or get this return, but doesn't manage to do so. They chuck the flag off, and Impaler with the 6-0 cap. This is looking, unfortunately for Mono-Esports, fairly one-sided in the IDK team, or for the IDK team, as Holmes gets sniped down there very nicely by Remix. Their offense just really hasn't seemed to have been going at all this game. I mean, that was the first standoff we had, and they haven't capped. So it's... they're really going to have to rethink their strategy. They do have the advantage of picking the second map, so they're probably going to pick something... They don't want to pick Katabatic, because then they don't get to choose their side. But they could pick probably, possibly Drydock, or... Yeah, probably Drydock. Maybe Arcs. Maybe they'll like Arcs a bit better, too. I'm not sure. But this map, their strategy just clearly isn't working out, and Crystal Light's back here in the Shrike just for... I guess just for fun. I don't, there's really no need for a Shrike at this point. They basically can't lose. Frost is coming in here to try and get Mono-Esports on the board. He does get the flag. 340, he's being rapidly mowed down. He's not going anywhere. Shad does finally take him out. Pio with the nice return. On the other side, the flag was picked up there, but it's just bouncing in the field, and it's going to be returned there by Mabel. So, yeah, overall, there's really not that much analysis. You guys have been seeing what's going on. The Shrike has been so key in this game for the IDK team. The score, I believe, might have been 2-0 in their favor before the Shrike came out. It was somewhere around there. I'm probably a little off, but somewhere around there. And once they got that Shrike out, they got a rapid 2 more caps, and that pretty much put the game away from them. They were just dominating from there on. Holmes here with the grab, probably just trying to finish this off, but Remix not going to let him. Does take him out. Top Secret going in there for somewhat of a... Well, I guess he was going after Remix, but a little bit too late. Crystalite's actually going to jump out of his strike here and follow up this grab. He's obviously got full health. He's in the Technician, so no shield pack for him. But he's basically back at his base. There's really only Mabel doing some chasing. No one from the Mono-Esports team was coming in to do any chasing, and they're just going to let them cap this out. So there we go, 7-0 for IDK in a very surprisingly one-sided game. Some people would argue pings have a little bit to do with it, but, you know, 7-0 is 7-0. That's very convincing in my books. So congratulations to the IDK team taking a 1-0 lead on this series. If they win the next map, which I don't know what it will be, they will progress to the finals, which will be either against Working As Intended or Heartbreakers. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we do have the second map coming up. For any of you on the local recordings, I will be cutting it off now for obvious reasons. I'll see you guys again for the second map. Thanks all for watching. For those of you on the stream, I'd give you guys some analysis, but I really don't have any. IDK was just so overwhelming in that game. They played pretty much to perfection. It's much improved from the last time I watched them play against Heartbreakers, where they got dominated. I believe it was 6-2. Shaz got a lot of lucky caps off on that one, so that's probably why they lost.
Hey,
but they've really refined their strategy, and Crystalite there was just so strong in that Shrike. That was, I love to see that. That was just amazing play. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, it was pretty.
It does look like they're going to be going on to Arcs, by the way. You may talk.
I may talk. Awesome.
You may talk.
Yeah.
The lucky capper may talk.
But I don't have much to say. You kind of said it. They really brought it to Mono. IDK did.
Yeah. We had a little bit of trash talking there from Z-Protoss, but, you know, amusingly so. A little bit of loser's rage. Say what? Okay.
There we go. Should say 1-0 to IDK.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Yep. Very dominating performance. That was very scary. Where was that team against you guys?
Yeah, well, I think the ping has a lot to do with it, more than people realize.
Yeah, absolutely, but
I heard some trash talk before from, I think it was Bullets, who said something like 200-300 ping doesn't matter. We will still win. We'll see if they can bring it back, but I think it's worse than they thought.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think it's the same as Legion found out against Working As Intended.
Yeah.
I mean, there was so much, oh, ping doesn't matter, yada, 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 and then all of a sudden, ping mattered, and it's very noticeable. I mean, I don't play much anymore, but I still know that ping does suck.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
All right, a question for the stream. Do I need to lower the bitrate even more? Is people still lagging?
Get better internets and computers.
Yeah.
It's
Actually,
true.
I think it's kind of Twitch. Something happening on the way. I don't know.
Yeah. Go write them a nasty letter.
Still lagging. Okay, I'm gonna try a little bit lower, so I'll be right back with the stream.